And thanks for joining us. Incredibly excited to talk about the incredible Rosewood Little Dix Bay in Virgin Gorda. I am joined by our friend and partner, Emily Miner, sales manager at Rosewood Hotels. Emily, thanks so much for joining us. You know, Little Dix Bay in Virgin Gorda is truly one of my favorite places in the world. I've spent a lot of time there and on that island. And I'm so happy to see that the resort, as originally built, has been reimagined by Rosewood. Can you give us a little sense of what has occurred and maybe an overview of the resort?
Absolutely. And thank you so much, Juan, for having me today. We're so excited to be welcoming guests back to Little Dix Bay after far too long. It actually had closed for about 5 years, and we had reopened in January of last year. And the resort itself has so much history, originally founded back in 1964 by Lawrence Rockefeller. So you have this element of the beauty that he created in the 1960s continued on today. All of our accommodations are going to be beachfront, where you're going to have that toes in the sand feeling when you're coming to Little Dix Bay. It's really a special resort.
And I think if you go back to that, if you can go back one slide, I mean, yes. This resort is sitting on this amazing beach, and it looks exactly like it has. I mean, I was there for the first time 35 years ago, and it looks exactly the same, but again, it's reimagined. And I think, tell us a little bit about the renovation that you were going to go into.
Yes, so the renovation took place over the 4 years. It was originally 100 accommodations. Now we have 81, but 79 of these 81 accommodations are going to be along this half-mile crescent-shaped beach. The resort itself has a very open-air, natural environment to it, and the BVI's is really known for having some of the most beautiful beaches in the world. So having this private beach that our guests have access to is really a highlight of staying at Little Dix Bay.
And you arrive right into that beach, right? You go, if you're arriving by ferry from Tortola, you arrive right to that beach. So you're kind of going into like a fantasy island type of situation.
Yes, you do. It's a great sense of arrival coming in by boat. All of our accommodations do feature complimentary butler service. So you're going to be greeted by your dedicated butler when you arrive as well. It's an incredible, experience coming in where you feel immediately you're on holiday vacation mode.
And so let's talk a little bit about activities, because I mean, everything centers around the water there in the BVI's. Tell us a little bit about some of the things that you can do there within the property, and maybe some of the things that you can do within Virgin Gorda.
Yes, absolutely. So the BVI's is made up of 60 different islands. And the great thing with that is the islands are small, the boats are plentiful. So going out for a day trip is definitely encouraged. Right off our property, though, we offer all non-motorized water sports included in the rate, where you're going to see some of the most incredible wildlife right off our shore. We do have our complimentary beach drops to 7 different secluded beaches, where you get your own private island beach experience for the day, where our beach and water sport team take you by boat for a private excursion.
And so when you take a picnic, and then you're just dropped off with your beach chairs and just some like private beach, basically.
Exactly. Yes, it's a really incredible experience to be able to have that available. And going out for diving, snorkeling excursions can be arranged right off our property as well. We have the Dive BVI company on Little Dix Bay that can do certifications for divers, or if they're already experienced, they can go out to hundreds of different dive sites that are in the BVI's.
And I think one of the things that you show here on the right side is the world famous baths that are just an amazing, these rock and cave formations, which are just a 5 or maybe a 5-10 minute drive from the resort.
Yes, they are. We can arrange transfers by boat or by car, which, as you mentioned, it's only 5 or 10 minutes from us, and really a must do when you come to Virgin Gorda to see these.
And I think, going back to like the beaches. I mean, yeah. I've been on this island many times and sailed around this island. And again, the amazing thing is just that aqua blue water. And the other thing that's really impressive about this island is that it really is a very, a sleepy, you feel like you're just in another world, because there's only maybe 10,000 people there, and it's just about the beach life, and it's barefoot luxury at its best, let me tell you. So tell us a little bit about the rooms that have been completely renovated. It's a brand new resort at the end of the day.
It is, yes. So what Rosewood does such a great job with is that sense of place philosophy of bringing the destination into the design. So here it's all about that indoor-outdoor feel, bringing the outside in. You can see from this image here, it's one of our grand one-bedroom pool suites, which are, of course, brand new with the renovation, featuring the private swimming pool, also signature outdoor showers within our accommodations. What I love with what they've done is keeping a lot of the original elements of Little Dix Bay. So you see these exposed stone walls, which have been with the resort since the 1960s, but have modernized it to, today's day.
That's beautiful. No, they're just amazing. And I think one of the great things too is these are all individual casitas throughout the property. So it's kind of perfect for families or intergenerational, because you can have a couple, different combination of them and have enough private time but it's enough time to be able to be together and be in a little cluster, if as an example.
Yes, absolutely. And this one here, this is one of our Rosewood 2-bedroom suites, work really nicely for families. They do have a king bedroom and a double queen bedded bedroom for families traveling. Also do have connecting room options, villas on property as well. So good amount of indoor and outdoor entertaining space, featuring private swimming pools here too. And again, all of these are going to be steps from the sand, where you really get that barefoot luxury feel at the resort.
We keep talking about the beaches and all these beach views and being so close to the beach. One of the things about one of the great things that you guys were able to do was really incorporate the beach back into your spa as well. Where you just have these amazing vistas from your treatment rooms. Can you tell us a little bit about the spa, where it's located, and how people might be able to enjoy?
Yes, so our spa really is one of the most incredible spas in the world. You go up to the highest point, it's on the western side of the resort, and it overlooks the Sir Francis Drake Channel. You get this endless amount of sea in front of you, and all of the treatment rooms are built into the cliff. So while you're having your treatment done, you can feel the breeze coming through, hear the waves crashing against the cliff. And at Little Dix Bay, it all connects back to the beach, and that sense of being connected with the mind, body, and soul is very important for our guests staying at Little Dix Bay.
I guess you don't need any of those like kind of noise machines to give you that background music when you're in a spa in the city or something like that when you go there. So that's great. And one of the, again, talking about outdoor spaces, the first time I was there, I was 13, and it was a very special occasion, and the brunches there were legendary back in the day, and I had to carry a blazer when we would go down there. I'm assuming you don't have to do a blazer anymore. Tell us a little bit about some of the options that people have for culinary when they visit.
Yes, so we have 3 restaurants on property. The pavilion's what you're looking at here. Those brunches that you had back when you came to Little Dix Bay, they still happen now. They do an incredible breakfast and brunch at the pavilion. There's a real sense of incorporating a lot of international cuisines that have influenced the Caribbean culture into all of our restaurants. We do dinner here. We also have our Sugar Mill restaurant. This is one of my personal favorites. You can imagine, coming in after hanging out at the beach in the morning for lunch for some fresh ceviches and tuna tartare and octopus. We also have our, beachfront dining, the Reef House, which sits at the dock of the bay. There's a big focus on sustainability here. Our chef actually has his own herb garden on property, so he's growing fresh herbs and vegetables and fruits and incorporating that into the menu, as well as whatever's in season, caught out at sea that day, is and brought into the menu.
It's amazing. And I think one of the things that it's a little bit harder to get to Virgin Gorda than some of the places, but it's certainly worth it. Tell us a little bit about, getting over there, maybe from the Northeast.
Yes. So from the Northeast, it's going to be the best route will typically be through San Juan, Puerto Rico. There's multiple flights that go into San Juan daily, and then there's regional flights into Tortola. That's going to be the main point of entry, formerly referred to as Beach Island International, currently as Parents Be Let Them, where our team greets guests upon arrival and take them 3 minutes by car to our dock in Tortola and 20 minutes directly over to Little Dix Bay. As we mentioned at the beginning, it's a great sense of arrival coming in by boat.
Yeah.
Virgin Gorda Airport is also an option. So there's a couple different ways to get to us from the Northeast. It typically takes about 5.5, 6 hours.
And I think I had one client went in who got to sneak in there in 2020 before everything closed down. He actually, I think, you can also fly into St. Thomas, I believe, and take a longer ferry that might not be for everybody, but it was a private ferry that he was okay with because he's a sailor. So that was another nice little way to sneak into Virgin Gorda.
Yeah.
And I know that everything's opening up, and I know there's some wonderful promotions that people can kind of take advantage of as well.
Yes, we do. We have a great promotion running currently. That's 40% off our best available rates for travel in April and May, which as an elite Rosewood Elite partner, you'll be receiving breakfast daily, $100 daily credit if booked by March 31st. We also do an upgrade at time of arrival based on availability. And then throughout the remainder of the year, we have some other great promotions, including our 30% off best available rates and extended stay offers. So always good to get away for longer periods. I think after everyone being inside so much this past year, it's time for these trips that you can really go and disconnect from life back home and reconnect with your loved ones and the beauty of the islands. And it's a great destination for that.
And I mean, one thing really to really think about too is, it's counterintuitive, but for us in the Northeast, the best beach time down in the Caribbean really is the summer. June and July, the beaches they're always beautiful, but the best time is always in the summertime. And obviously October, November are going to be some beautiful times to be down there as well. So, well, anyway, we appreciate all your time and your partnership. We've known you for a long, long time, and we always appreciate all that you do for us personally and for our clients.
Great. Well, thank you, Juan. Really appreciate you taking the time and for all your support. So thank you.
Thanks a million. Talk to you in a little bit.
All right. Sounds good.